Hi,
Live.
everybody. We're live. Welcome to our Q&A with Sinead and Sairus. They were the actors in the second chapter book of Kissing in the Rain, which was Shipwrecked Comedy's awesome, fun series that they have been running for the past few months, I guess. We already had our Q&A with Yulene, and we also had our Q&A with Mary Kate and Sean, thank you. I was about to say Sean, and I was like, that's not his name. And so now we're here with Sinead and Sairus. So welcome, you guys, to your first Q&A. How are you?
Grand.
Excellent.
I'm Sinead. Hello.
I am Sairus. Hello as well.
S names. Good times.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
hear them every day.
maybe to start, we could just kind of, if you guys want to tell a little bit about yourself and like who you played. You played a lot of parts though in the show, but just kind of like how you were connected. Like, how did you get plugged in to do this series, etc.
Yeah.
All right. So I went to school with Yulene back in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I'm friends with her boyfriend, who, and so she was doing this series, and then I think he suggested me, so then she emailed me about that, and then I was taking a road trip up to San Francisco at that point, so I got the email. Right after my road trip, I filmed the sides of my little brother holding the phone, and sent those in, and then she brought me on to do this. I don't know. It's been kind of a whirlwind. I feel like very pretty removed from the process because I got put in, and during the entire second day of shooting, so that was the last 4 episodes, I had a terrible flu.
So sad.
So I actually, when I was watching the episodes, I was like learning new things about the show because I did not remember them. And so that was fun. It was a surprise for me too. Yeah, and my involvement has been kind of on and off. I'm really bad with social media, so I just have like Yulene every once in a while. She'll text me and she'll be like, "Hey, get on Twitter and respond to these people." I'm like, "Okay, I will tweet these things." And yeah, so it's that's my journey with all this, probably.
Awesome. Well, for me, Yulene and I and my brother started Shipwrecked back in like September of last year, and we did a series, and then so we did our first series, and then one day Yulene was like, "Oh my God, I had an idea. We're gonna do Kissing in the Rain," and I was like, "Cool." And we like wrote some stuff, and she like came up with the structure, and then I wrote some of our episodes, and it just happened, and I was, gonna be in it no matter what, because I wanted to, and yeah, it's been really fun.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I'm glad that both of you guys got hooked up, and it's interesting to learn, Sairus, how you meet Yulene. I was curious about that, because I knew that Sinead obviously was in that Shipwrecked trio. And Sinead, you also wrote some of the episodes that you were in, correct?
Yeah, I wrote like 3 of the second chapter ones.
Okay.
And definitely had a say in like which eras we were gonna do, because I knew I definitely wanted to do like 40s, and then I definitely wanted to do Gatsby, and yeah.
Awesome. Well, we are about to bring in a guest who's actually gonna has a question about one of the specific eras and scenes that you did. Before, well, as we're getting them set up and coming on camera, I'm looking to see if there's a question that's a good lead-up question or not. Kind of just off-the-wall randomness. Do you guys have a favorite book?
Ever?
Just one. Only one. You
Can I
give
pick a
like.
comic?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a cop-out, but The Marvel Comics Civil War saga changed my life, and that's probably my favorite book. I'm 12.
I guess it's just so obvious. Anybody who knows me even like a little bit knows that The Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King,
Solid.
is my favorite book. So boring, but it's true.
I'm more of a Hobbit guy myself. That's the
classic.
But not as far as the movies go. I haven't even seen the second Hobbit movie.
Oh, you
did.
First.
No, the second one was good.
Still went better than the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people liked it better.
There's so much action. It's so good.
Okay, well, we're going to go to Rachel and have her start off with her question. I think that'll snowball us into some other good ones. So, Rachel, welcome.
Hi. I was wondering how it was filming the persuasion scene, because I like that book a lot, and it's not as well known as some other Jane Austen books.
Mm-hmm. I know. Oh, Persuasion was good.
We're like,
no, I got it confused with I Captured the Castle, but
yeah, right.
The Persuasion one, for me, was really cool to do because I've always wanted to do Jane Austen adaptation. And I was a little sad that Yulene didn't let us do accents. I wanted to do accents because it made it feel more like, like you were in it. But I love the costumes, and I had this really cool cloak that you can't really see, and a cool lantern that you can't really see, but it all made me feel very cool. And I was happy because in that particular one, I don't know about you, but the rain wasn't hitting me as hard, so I was like, cool.
No,
just gonna stand here.
Anytime you got to avoid the rain a little bit, it was definitely a win.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I love Persuasion because it's just so longing, missed opportunities. It's so good.
Personally, for me, probably my experience of anything on that day was about the same because I was sicker than I've been in years, and I was getting rained on. And you were such a trooper because you had to kiss me that whole time. So for me, I don't know. I felt like I didn't have the same kind of experience of like, oh my God, the text is so amazing and like, oh, it's great to live as these characters, because I was like, just survive. But no, I mean, it's in reading it and rehearsing it and all that. That's a lot of fun. It's got a lot of weight to it. It's a lot of power. And anytime you can sink your teeth into something like that, it's always good fun.
Yeah. I have to say that, Cyrus, knowing that you're
thank you.
Knowing that you were sick during the filming is shocking to me because it does not read at all in any of your scenes. So, props for that.
Oh, you should have seen me. I remember during the Persuasion, I was blowing into my hat so I could keep my face warm. I was like...
You did a good job, like, turning it off once the camera was on.
I was just like...
Cool.
Oh,
we're in it.
No, and that's part of why I'm like, I like want to do these hangout things and stuff, especially like in like see you and see Lean and stuff, because I felt like I was such a wreck that weekend. Like, I want to be me. I want you guys to know me for me.
Yay!
Yeah, so speaking of kissing in the rain, I'm going to have Amanda come on and ask her question.
Please.
Great.
Oh, you're muted, Amanda. Sorry.
Okay, here I am. Have you ever kissed anyone in the rain before filming this show?
Aw, that's a good question. Yes, but it wasn't like epic or anything. Like my ex-boyfriend, and we were like going to class, and I was like, okay, bye, and it was raining, and I was under an umbrella. That was the end of that, sadly.
My first kiss may have been in the rain. It also may have been in the fog. In San Francisco, it's very hard to tell sometimes because the fog just gets so. But yeah, I can tell that story. So I was 14.
Is this your first kiss story? The first
Yes,
kiss?
this is my first kiss.
Oh, this is good. This is exciting.
Is that gonna be a topic later? Should I save this?
Oh no, please go.
As far as like
Now.
kisses with in wet environments go. Because again, I'm not 100% sure if it was rain or fog. It could have been the condensation from the trees. Anyways, there was water on me and I was kissing someone. Yes, we walked up the stairs because my school was in this giant canyon. You had to like walk up the street level, and as we walk up to the street level, and it's been about a week, and I have no idea how to do this whole boyfriend-girlfriend thing. I'm terrified of the prospect of kissing somebody, but I know it's been a week, and I know how to get all my shit. So, so she's about to leave for the bus, and I just held her, looked in her eyes, and was just and then just went for it, and it was this really weird and gooey sensation. I was like, what is happening? And then I remember pulling away and getting rained on and stuff, and then just looking at this tree. That is a tree. I have kissed someone.
Things are different now.
Yes. Thus was my thought process. Much like that. And then kind of had a moment just whoa, 'cause it was her first kiss too. And then walked her to the bus stop, got on the bus, kissed me again in the rain. It was all.
Aww. Adorable.
So I got started in the rain.
In the fog.
Okay.
Or the fog. We're not 100% sure.
All right. I only think it's fair since Cyrus just shared his first kiss story. Sinead, do you want to share your first kiss story to go along with it?
It's not romantic at all.
It doesn't.
It's another random kiss, and I'll tell you.
But not being romantic is kind of partially the point in some ways. I feel
Yeah.
Let's take it down. Be honest about here.
And it was not fun.
Hold on. It was what?
This was a coworker when I was 17.
Okay.
It was in a basement, and I think he was just trying to be funny. And I was like, dude, you ruined it. Oh, well, yeah.
And that was that.
And that was that.
Okay.
Details.
I'm sure you know that Yulene has a fascination with asking everyone to share their first kiss stories. One of her favorite things to ask people.
I've been around her when she's told her first kiss story at least 8 times. I've heard her story.
Well, I remember the first time that we met, it was literally we were just on set. And Yulene was like, oh, I don't want to make everyone feel comfortable. First kiss stories.
Yeah. It's like, oh, yeah.
It's great. I
heard me all twice, and you've heard the story.
Yeah. That's very interesting stuff.
Yeah. I fascinating. All right. So we've talked about having kissed in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever kiss in the rain again after having gone through someone?
I mean, I don't understand what it would be like not having cameras there, you know? Maybe it would actually be romantic, but it seems very cinematic. Right?
I didn't entirely
So I can ruin it for you?
Don't look it to you.
Yeah. Totally.
Back. All right. Yeah, what was the question again? Because I'm not really sure.
So my question is, would you ever kiss in the rain again?
Oh yeah, I mean, kissing, it's fun. Do it in the rain, do it not in the rain.
You had a good experience. The first time.
Filming was rough.
Yeah. So since filming was rough for
since
you.
filming. Oh, well, yeah. No, I mean, it's not gonna turn me off from kissing.
In the rain.
Yeah, in the rain.
It never rains in LA. We don't have that many opportunities.
Yeah, we really don't. It's not something that comes up very often.
I'd be like, oh, I feel like kissing in the rain. I better go to Seattle or something.
Yeah. Hop in the car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about 3 hours.
Or make Yulene come over and set up a rain rig. And be like, like.
Fair.
Yeah. I want to know all of your first kiss stories now.
Everyone wants to share.
A lot of us have already shared.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Because
the
the part one people.
No.
They got all the good stuff.
If anybody has one they want to share, you can jump on that. I can tell you that. Hold on. We're getting our echo back, our friendly echo. My mom's first kiss was in the rain at a bus stop under an umbrella. And they're waiting for the bus and leaned in and he kissed her. So. Oh, hold on. We muted you because you're echoing.
I'm being punished for echoing.
Take our mic sensitivity down to like maybe a 40.
Yeah, seriously. I don't remember how to do it though.
Is it tab
Oh, no, it's like setting.
I don't know why I got very happy and then I got angry again.
Oh no.
Hold on.
That's not right.
I think we go to system preferences.
Sorry guys. If you're getting us and watching, well, hold on. I'm going to mute you again while you're figuring it out. Hannah, can you do that for me? Yes.
All right.
Perfect. Sorry. While we're figuring out some of the echo issue, if you're joining us watching, don't forget that you can use Ask SNS to send questions our way, and we have people keeping an eye on that, or do a YouTube comment, and we will keep an eye on that as well, and we'll get your questions in. Or you can tweet using Join SNS, and you can actually come in and be one of these beautiful faces with us and join our fun, share your first kiss story, or your heard it internet forever if you would like. Awesome. Okay, Hannah, you can try unmuting them. Do you know how to, hold on.
I don't think I can unmute them. I think they have to do it themselves.
Okay.
Boom.
There you go.
How you like us now?
We changed our input.
Boom.
Boom.
50% sensitivity.
Look at us being all technical.
There's still a slight echo, but
I'm gonna brag, but we can adjust the microphone sensitivity level to really any number that we want. So we want 100. So.
Pretty impressive.
I mean, we're kind of smart. She's wearing glasses.
Mm-hmm.
She looks the part. All right. Well, we're gonna bring in Lucy.
Yay, Lucy.
Ask her question.
Hi.
Lucy, you are muted.
Oh no.
Hey, I wanted to know if you could go back in time to any like time period, which would you choose? Like
That is an awesome
70s or
question.
the 30s or the 1800s, I don't know.
It's a really good question. I feel like I have like two answers because I'm super fascinated by medieval times. So I would like to like go visit invisibly and not like be beheaded. And then I'd like come back. But if to live, I'm really also obsessed just with the 1950s. The fashion, the music, the people, all of it.
I'm really curious about the 80s and what it was like to be my age back then. I know that's not very far, and I know I like just missed the boat. But there's something to be said for like going to a Queen concert, going to a Journey concert, and just being freaking ridiculous. Like I feel like the 80s is like that ridiculous period in our history where we're kind of like, oh, yeah, we did that, and I just want to experience it and be that ridiculous.
One of my ideas was an 80s prom kissing in the rain, like, what's it? Pretty in Pink scene, but I don't think that's actually in the rain if you watch that movie. But yeah, so much fun periods.
Well, this is a good segue, actually, Sharon, so thanks for that.
Definitely.
You're so perfect. What did you have a favorite scene that you guys filmed, one of your favorite kind of setups. And was there one from the first chapter, Heather and you on Twitter was asking, that you would have liked to have been able to have done?
That's a great question, and I have an answer. To the second part, I really liked their the one set at the train station. I don't remember what their names were, but they were both wearing hats. It was like a 1930s screwball comedy, and I was like, "It's so fun!" The dialogue was so fun, and I was like, "It seemed really cool. I would have liked to have done that one."
I'm with you on the whole train station thing. I don't know. There's something about filming in train stations. Like maybe it's just because my Facebook has just been cluttered with various friends of mine filming in train stations, but I've never been able to do it. There's a part of me that's like, it's my turn. It's a very, very random thing.
It was really cute, and I liked their costumes too. They were really adorable.
Oh yeah, awesome stuff.
And then the first part of the question was, which scene from ours was our favorite? Okay. I liked the I Capture the Castle one, where we were sitting on the bench. And I just really liked my costume for that one. I felt myself as that one, and I liked the dialogue as well. And I just think it turned out the prettiest out of all of them for our chapter.
Yeah. I liked probably the Persuasion one. I like extra coats. So especially that, I was a big fan of the extra coats. I don't know, it's just like costumes with weight to them are always fun, and then like, you know, kind of the older the text sounds, the better. If I could see Shakespeare for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy boy.
Yeah.
And I need to play some superheroes too.
That'd be a good one. Superhero kissing.
Now that's a good question. Are there like which scenes like would you have added? You already kind of added the 80s dance one. Any others?
I wanted to do like a play. I thought a play on like the Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man kissing in the rain scene would have been funny. Just like a weird, ridiculous superhero upside down rain kiss.
And I would have eaten that shit up the whole time. No, oh man. Yeah, that's definitely number one for me too. And then number two would probably be like, I don't know, like a Shakespeare one.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Like Sean and Mary Kate have been like the perfect Peter Parker, and
they would have been more.
Yeah.
I don't want to steal it, but that's okay. Yeah. There's endless possibilities. A medieval one would have been cool too. The other Boleyn girl kissing in the rain.
Clearly, you just have to do another, like, Eileen. You need to, like, do, like...
So many possibilities.
Awesome. Okay, so, Sinead, I have a question for you. Because you were writing and acting. So you were writing some of your own episodes that you were acting in. And then you also were writing the drabbles, some of the drabbles to go along with the episode. What was that experience like for you? Was that weird to act in something that you also wrote, or was it kind of nice to be able to, you know, see it to completion? Just how was that?
It's actually my favorite thing in the world, like, because I wrote the sketch for a Telltale vlog that went along with it, and like did a lot of the writing for that, and it was so fun. And this one, like, honestly, for me, like, writing something, being able to be in it, and then see the completed project is like basically what I want in my life. I want to like just write my own stuff, act in it, someone else can direct it and do all the work. But it was great. And then I didn't really understand what we were going to be doing with the fan canon drabbles and stuff. So I kind of like was like, oh no, I really want to be a part of that too. And that was really fun because I'm a huge fan fiction writer, and I was just like, I'm writing fan fiction for me, but it's a character of me. This is so weird. And it actually made me really sad because I was like, I'd kind of rather be Audrey Porter. Like writing this fantasy world for myself.
Ooh.
Yeah. But it was very fulfilling.
Did you both follow along with Fan Canon Experiment and see what everybody was writing week to week?
I did. Did you ever see any of it? I'm gonna email it to you, all of it, because it's so cool.
I've been very much out of the loop.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the loop. Yeah, you'll have to go read it.
The loop feels nice. It feels warm.
It's so great. But if you don't have Tumblr, right?
I don't have a Tumblr.
Yeah.
No.
Gotta get that Tumblr, and you'll be like, oh my god, there's so much stuff written about your character from this web series.
Once I get to consistently tweeting, that's the first step, and then
you can still look at Tumblr without having a Tumblr.
Posts on my food and whatnot, and then I can get the Tumblr.
But I really thought it was so cool, and like it was like everybody was such a good writer, and people had such like creative ways of like formatting it, like list format, playlists, like journal entries. It was really cool.
I gotta check this out.
I know. I appreciate it.
Cool. Yeah. I know it was always fun to see every week kind of what would come out of all of that, and I know people were a little bit more risk taking with the second chapter since they'd gone through it once before with Mary Kay and Sean. So
it was very cool. I read all of theirs too. It's like so intense, so much stuff. It was fun.
So
writing them, I had to like cut myself off. I was like, this is getting too long. I need to stop.
Awesome. Rachel, I'm gonna go ahead and go to your question because I'm looking at like 3 questions and I haven't picked one, so you can go to your new question.
Oh, well, you just said that you're a big fan fiction writer, so I was wondering what you've written fan fiction for.
It's so random, so please don't make fun of me for all my fan fiction. I wrote some Harry Potter. I wrote a lot of like Tim Burton movie fan fiction, like Big Fish, Nightmare Before Christmas, Sleepy Hollow, and like I was a really huge Phantom of the Opera nerd, and I had this like huge, gigantic, long Phantom of the Opera fan fiction. That's like probably my biggest one. Yeah, and you'll never know my username. No one will ever know.
Actually, I've read a lot of more obscure, I guess, fandoms for fan fiction, so I appreciate that.
That's good to know.
Yeah, so,
I've read Sound of Music fan fiction, so I'm not sure you can get more obscure than that.
Sound of Music? That's really cool. Well, good. So we both write musical fan fiction.
Totally normal. Okay, you brought up Harry Potter fan fiction, so obligatory, what Hogwarts house are you?
Ravenclaw.
Beautiful. Cyrus, do you know?
I have taken many a quiz online, and it comes out as Gryffindor every time. I don't mean to be like that guy who's like, I'm a Gryffindor, I'm a Gryffindor.
Somebody has to be Gryffindor.
But no, I mean, that's just what the internet keeps telling me. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've read the books, I freaking love the books. I'm a super big Harry Potter fan. Books, not so much movies, but books definitely. And yeah, so like I appreciate it definitely. It's not lost on me, but yeah, but I've definitely taken many quizzes just to make sure that I wasn't like, trying to lead them on into that direction, which I feel like 90% of people go in that test wanting that answer.
Yeah, Gryffindor is kind of that hard house because when you're like a big fan, you almost like don't want to be a Gryffindor because people think you're just like going with the obvious choice. And
no, it's like I do Game of Thrones. I always get the Starks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to be the Starks,
Tyrell. I'm House Tyrell. Tyrell and Ravenclaw.
Tyrell. There's definitely a connection there between the two.
They're wily.
Yeah. But sharp, very sharp.
Hashtag no spoilers for people who haven't watched it.
Game of Thrones is one of the only things that I've like watched before I've read.
Interesting. What are you guys? I want to know.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
I'm also a Hufflepuff.
Nice.
I'm Ravenclaw.
Woo! Represent.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that we all just know. Like, oh, I don't know. No, this is what it is. Actually, discussion earlier today, I was like housing all my coworkers. I was like, Slytherin. There's a lot of Slytherins at my work.
I love
they know it
so much that I led panels 2 years in a row at LeakyCon on sorting characters from different book universes into like Hunger Games, Pride and Prejudice.
I could do that for hours, man. I need to be part of this panel. Just like, be like, yes, that's right.
I work with a bunch of Hufflepuffs.
Hufflepuff is the best house. Let's be honest.
Hufflepuff is great.
Every house has its merits.
Every house has its merits, but Hufflepuff doesn't really have any downsides. Except for people make fun of us a lot, but it's fine.
Doesn't have any downsides except for that part where everyone makes fun of us.
It just rolls off her back, whatever. Because we know we're the best. We don't need to prove it.
So loyal.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go to Hannah, get us back on track here, and let her ask another one.
Okay, well, going away from Hogwarts, back to Kissing in the Rain, you played multiple characters throughout your episodes. So what was the process like of getting into each of those characters and differentiating them from kind of your main characters?
Right. It's a good question. Insights?
I don't know. It's just like you prepare for any role, really. Kind of what I do is I know, kind of Henry comes from a lot of me, so there are a lot of similar experiences that I've had. So, for me, I had Henry, which is basically just me, and then I'd then play somebody else off of that. And so, I just kind of took the same approach that I would if I were to play something. And I guess that's how it worked.
I feel like, for me, each episode I was very invested in a different way. I'm just a huge fan of every single work that we were riffing off of or whatever. So I just tried to kind of have fun, and I feel like I tried to make it of more of a satire, so that it wasn't just copying exactly what what's her face did in The Great Gatsby. I was like, well, do my own little weird take on it, but yeah, and then yeah, I remember Yulene actually gave me a really good directing note for the I Capture the Castle one. She was like, you have such a high voice all the time. So maybe using a deeper register of your voice will help you get into the character more. And so I did that, and it really helped. Mm-hmm. Acting fun.
What? Kind of piggybacking off of that, Cyrus, you said that a lot of times with Henry, you would just kind of, when you'd act as Henry acting, just what you would do. Do you feel like there was any point where you made acting choices that were different than you would make because you're playing somebody acting? Like you weren't just straight acting, you were acting as somebody else acting.
It's very meta. It's a good question.
Oh, God, that is a crazy question. You get into rhythms, I'd say. So you get into a rhythm as Henry, and then transitioning into whoever he was playing. There's leftovers definitely. It's hard for me to hit on anything specific, but there's a little color there, definitely. It's not just completely abandoned.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I wish I was more specific with that answer.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Oh no. Hold on. I was going to ask a question, and I got a question that we're about to have somebody else ask. I've done that so often. Yes, Hannah, you can ask your question.
Okay. The Bertha musical that you did.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about like how that came about and what it was like to make? Because that was really fun to watch.
Yeah, it was a little fun to make too. I think that's like my favorite thing that we've done. I've done with Yulene so far. It was ridiculous. So we were sitting at like a sushi restaurant, and Yulene and I were just like, we like both came up with it. We were just like, Jane Eyre, Disney, Tangled. It just seems right to do this. And we were like, maybe. And then we sat down with Sean, and we just like looked at the lyrics, and we just like wrote it. And it was really hard to write. It took a long time. And then, yeah, we filmed it in one night in this really cool place that we rented from Airbnb. And it was like a cool like turret like tower in this really cool house in California.
Oh, we might have lost them briefly.
Prior to filming it, so I was gonna sing along to the whole thing, and then we were like, oh, it's gonna take a really long time, so we didn't do that. But it was super fun. I'd never like recorded a song before, and it was a really awesome experience, and I'm glad you guys liked it.
It was awesome. Did you have to listen to it a lot when you were writing it?
Yeah, we just basically like played it on repeat.
Nice.
And I've memorized the words to our version, and I can't like go back.
Don't you hate that when you write something?
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know the original
you just
words
start singing
anymore.
along, and you're just off the entire bit.
It was really funny. So yeah, thanks for asking about that. It was super fun.
Yeah, no, that was a great project. I'm glad that you did it.
Yay!
All right, we're waiting on Rhea. And let her ask the question.
Yeah.
All right.
Rhea, you might be.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you. How you doing?
What's your dream job? What would you your dream job to work?
Like, you mean? This is such a terrible question.
Yeah,
like acting like dream role, or are we talking like my side job that I really love to have? Because both are
like your
valid
acting dream role.
my acting dream role. I have always, and this stems back from just being a kid, I have always wanted to be a superhero. If I could play, someone out of Marvel Comics, I would. I mean, there's a lot of things that I would do, and all of them would just fill me with so much joy because I had that opportunity. Yeah, I mean, just I guess things that connect to X-Men, because that's what I read a lot of as a kid. That's what my mom's had me read. So like if I could be the next Magneto, like especially you follow like McKellen, Fassbender, and then like Cyrus Crimson. Like
Even younger.
Yeah. Like so the next generation after that, get some credits under my belt, build myself up to it. But yeah, that whew, man, my life would be complete. I could die happy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to though, because I want to still be playing that part.
That's a good question. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a Bond girl, because I was like, I'm super nerdy. No one's ever going to think that I would be a Bond girl. But, and now it's kind of changed to anything in the fantasy genre. I just want to, like, play a witch in a movie. That's, like, my dream before I die. Evil or good. A remake of Hocus Pocus. I don't care.
Awesome. Okay. Piggyback off of acting jobs, do you guys have any, or no, sorry, that's not the way I want to start that question. What got you initially interested in acting in the first place?
That's the good stuff.
My biological fathers, they had tickets to see the producers, but they were going to see it in L.A. when Jason Alexander and Martin Short joined the cast. And it was starting in San Francisco before then, and it was before kind of big names were going to be added to it. So they didn't need the tickets, so they gave it to one of my moms and myself, and we then went and saw the show. And I just remember I laughed harder in that show than I've ever laughed before, and especially when the pigeons get to Highly Hitler and all that. I just remember I was just dying, and so I bought the soundtrack and I was singing it in the car for weeks, and then when it came time to apply for high schools, I grew up just outside the city limits of San Francisco, to the point where all the schools in San Francisco were closer to my house, but I couldn't technically go to the public schools there because I wasn't technically a resident. But there's this one school that was a theater school, or it was an art school, and they said they take 10% out of district kids. So I prepared my first monologue ever, and went in and did that, and then got into that performing arts school, and then that kind of solidified it for me. I was okay, I'm going to try to do this now. So then in high school is when I really got started. But that producers in middle school was the first thing that really exposed me to theater or acting.
I guess I've always been a theatrical child. I did a lot of improv classes when I was a kid, and my mom put me in theater camp and stuff, and I was always this is fun. And then, but I really wanted to be a director, like Eileen. And then, but in 8th grade, because I have told you I'm obsessed with Lord of the Rings, I was I'm gonna put on a play of Lord of the Rings, and I'm gonna direct it. And it got all my classmates to be in it, and then by the end, I was I don't want to direct this. I wish I was just playing Arwen or something. And that's when I realized I was not a realization, but that was when I was oh, I kind of think I want to be more of an actor than I still just went to school for film and TV. Because I think I was scared to totally go through it. But yeah, that's how I started.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Well, let's go over to Lucy, who had another question for you guys.
Awesome.
Yeah, my second question is, if you could travel, anywhere in the world this time, not back in time, just anywhere in the world, would you choose?
That is a great question that I often think about, and I'm constantly changing my mind about. Yeah. It's very interesting.
As far as places I've never been, Athens has always been the number one for me. Just because in addition to the comic books I was read as a kid, the Greek mythology was kind of those were my bedtime stories, and so it's kind of go back to the heart of it all. It's always been a dream of mine. So yeah, I'd probably say there.
Oh man, there's just so many places. I probably right now I'm at this weird Spain obsession. I'm I really just want to go. Wander the streets of Spain and eat all the food
Now's
and
a very bad time to go to Spain though.
Yeah, I have to save.
They're very depressed.
Yeah, I'd have to spend time saving anyway, so it'll be better. Yeah. It'll be better.
They'll have forgotten about the World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fun. There's too many good places to visit. All right. Well, we have lots of other fun, getting to know you questions people have. So, what are your favorite TV shows?
Ooh, that's a good one, because I have so many.
House of Cards. That's like my number one. I mean, it's not really. It's more of an internet show. Oh yeah, and then like I watch Game of Thrones just like any other good human.
Totally.
Orange is the New Black. It's great. Yeah, those are probably my big three right now. And then also cartoons. So.
Okay.
I know they stopped them, but Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes and Wolverine the X-Men are two fantastic cartoons. And then, like, I mean, I just rewatch a bunch of stuff from my childhood, so like the '90s X-Men series, Gargoyles, you know, some of the Batman stuff, like all that. That's kind of like my get home, turn my brain off TV.
I mean, Game of Thrones is probably my favorite right now, but like Arrested Development and Veronica Mars are two of my favorites. Other than Game of Thrones and Veronica Mars, I don't watch a lot of drama. I mostly am a sitcom. New Girl, 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, Mindy Project.
Yeah,
I watch all the sitcoms.
Parks and Rec,
I watch Glee. I used to really like it, and now I don't like it that much, but I just have a huge crush on Darren Criss, so I watch it forever.
That was the only reason I ever started Glee, was Darren Criss.
Well done. Yeah.
Awesome. Bria has a great follow-up, so we'll let her go with that.
Yeah, like, if you could, like, act in a show that's currently airing, what would you want to be in?
Also great.
I'd probably pick Game of Thrones. Like, House of Cards is my favorite, but, like, if I could get a broadsword, get back to that kind of combat, and I was also, like, slightly more classical in its nature. I don't know. I think I'd just have the most fun on that.
Mm-hmm. Same here, but if I had to pick, like, one I could actually be cast on because I'm not British, I'd probably go with final season of Parks and Rec. Give me a role on that show.
That show is so great.
Yeah, I know.
I can't believe it's ending. Oh.
No.
I can't believe it's still going, actually. Like, because that series, that season finale, I thought was the series finale.
I know. And
like, because they totally blew their load on that.
Crazy.
I'm glad it's not though.
Yeah.
I'm actually curious to see what they'll do next season with the way they ended it this season.
I know, it's just gonna like take place then, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll find out. Awesome. Okay, we just had a great question come in from Claudia, who wants you to describe every member of the Shipwrecked Comedy team in one word.
Oh, that's really fun. That's such a good question. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yuleen?
I think that's the best word to describe everyone.
Yuleen.
Yuleen.
No. Goodness, Yuleen is probably there's probably a better word for her, but I'm gonna just go with driven for now.
I was gonna say driven too. I was like driven or like headstrong, but not like the bad headstrong way. Like the
yeah. Like when I think of her like driving a car to a meeting to get stuff done. Like yeah, actually.
She's like just constantly just moving forward. And it's like you can tag along or you can get left in the dust, but it's just going. And
Mary Kate, I would go with like darling. I feel like she's just a doll. And dolls are darling. She's always so cute and just like so sweet. Yeah. Did you meet Mary Kate?
Yeah, and we said hi once.
Yeah.
So I just hi.
Mm-hmm.
Not as she was hi, but that's about all the dialogue that was exchanged between us.
And Sean, I would go with. I should say something mean, right? Sibling meanness. But probably, I mean, he's very witty. I'll go with witty for now. I'll tweet another one later if I can think of a mean, nice one.
The only time I interacted with Sean was just after he had just finished his last scene, and we were doing our first. So I'd say wet.
Yes. Yay.
Speaking of the siblingness between you and Sinead, Sean, between you and Sean, Sinead, it's kind of tongue twisting, Sinead and Sean. Rami asked on Twitter if you have any fun childhood stories involving Sean that you'd like to break out.
Probably. Yeah. I think I tweeted about this one a while ago, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It happened during the Google Hangout we did or whatever. But I have this just very clear memory of me in the front yard of my house playing with those fairy things that you pulled the string of and they would fly. I don't know how those are. And he left the house and got into a car with his friends and drove off. And I was like, Mom, where's Sean going? And she was like, he's going to see the Phantom Menace with his friends. And I was like, what? He told me he was going to see that with me. I freaked out and I would not talk to him for weeks. I was so mad that he went to see the Phantom Menace without me. And yeah, that was a good one.
How much older is he than you?
The Phantom Menace.
What?
How much older is he than you? He is older, right?
He is older. I don't know if he wants me to tell.
I mean, we're not telling actual ages.
I know. He is 9 years older than me.
Oh. No. I'm surprised that he was nice. He played with you at all when you were children. Then.
Right? I know.
Stupid baby sister.
We were closer when I went to college, and we never saw each other, and then we became friends.
That's how my mom
happens to everybody.
Once I moved out of the house, then we became.
Yeah, we were great friends.
It's the same with my siblings. Mm-hmm. After each of us moved out, we're like, oh, we can be actual friends now that we don't live together.
Yay!
It's
good times.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Always fun to embarrass. Is it weird, working with your brother now on stuff like this, or is it nice?
No, it's good. It's good.
That's good.
I'm trying to think of anything weird about it.
You would say you hated it because
Good. It's almost better in a way because it's oh, you can't avoid me. I'm related to you. We have to do this work. You can't just disappear off the face of the earth.
Very
great.
True.
Very fun. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we just had a question come in from Eileen, who wants to know if you have any favorite ships. You're both oh. Eileen has a question.
What?
And favorite what? It cut off right after favorite.
Did she say ship? I feel like she said ship.
Ship.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like I might need to explain this. So shipping is when you support two characters getting together.
Okay.
Their relationship. Ron and Hermione. We
Yeah.
ship that. That's what she's asking, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Okay.
no, I think she wants to know, Titanic versus, Great Mary.
I like the Black Pearl in Pirates of the Caribbean. That's my favorite ship. But other ship...
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of both at the same time. It's pretty
Faramir and Éowyn from Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen. Hermione, duh. Lupin and Tonks were my favorite from Harry Potter, actually.
Wait, Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen.
I know.
That's not.
I know. But I shipped it.
All right. No, I haven't read the books yet, and so I'm like, is there?
No,
and
there's
the wheels
not.
in my head started churning.
There's
and I was
not.
like,
I
is this
just
when
made
we're
it
setting
up.
it up? Did something just get spoiled for me?
Nope.
See, for me, the major one that comes to mind was like kind of early in New Girl, Nick and Jess.
It's a good one. Great.
I was really shipping hard for that.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Logan and Veronica. Veronica Mars. Big ship. Big ship.
They're so great.
Yeah.
As far as boats go, I mean, yeah, the Black Pearl. You know, it came at a time in my life when, you know, that I remember when that movie came out. I was just blown away by the first Pirates of the
2003.
Caribbean. Yeah, because I just went into it with such low expectations. So it was like, it's a Disney ride. What is this going to be? And then, yeah, I loved every minute of it. And I remember like walking around and actually talking like Captain Jack Sparrow, and little bits and pieces of, you know, my everyday life, and it was very weird. And
we just got really shippy.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the ship.
Thanks, Eileen, for that.
Yes, thank you, wherever you are.
She
Let's
like
at dinner.
have cameras in your apartment.
Oh,
I just like looked around like.
Ribbon, headstrong. You know?
Ribbon.
That'd be normal. Totally normal.
Heard that.
Ooh, this was a fun question. We had someone else on Twitter ask if you've ever kissed someone in the snow. I'm going to add on to this, or any other sorts of inclement or interesting weather besides rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I went to school in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, so we had all sorts of random seasons and weather. So yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I've probably kissed in just about every kind of weather. But nothing especially memorable. It was just really the first kisses what stood out. But I think that was more because of the first kiss rather than the weather itself. Yeah, I don't know. I think, but the kisses in the snow weren't romantic, because it's one thing to like visit the snow and be from California and be like, oh, isn't this fun? And then it's another thing to like live in it, and you're just like trudging through it to class, and you're probably just like kissing on the way goodbye to class. And
Yeah.
just like kind of part of the everyday.
I had a brief romantic snow kiss in Washington Square Park when I was at school in the snow. Right, it was Christmas Eve, I believe, so that was nice. Otherwise, I'm like, first of all, don't kiss that many people, and secondly, I'm always in like pretty good weather. Scorching heat, does that count?
Does what count?
Yeah.
Scorching heat.
Super, super hot weather.
Yeah, score.
Sure. Yeah.
It's too hot for this.
Oh, man. Okay, we had another great question come in from Eileen also. She's sending us lots of Twitter action suddenly. Okay. Wanting to know what actors or directors you would want to work with before you die.
It's a great question.
Hashtag mortality.
Hugh Jackman.
Hashtag mortality. Hugh Jackman?
Oh, yeah, Hugh Jackman.
Good times.
Hugh Jackman, and maybe Hugh Jackman. I'm obsessed with Hugh Jackman.
Someone's a fan.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. Because, like, I mean, the dude toes the line between being, like, you know, being on Broadway and, like, musicals and stuff, and being freaking Wolverine. Yeah, I don't know. And as a 6'2" white male of similar build, I mean, I'm not, like, hulked out like he is at this point. But
he's not always like that.
Yeah, I know. No, but he has always been who I've wanted to be, and so yeah, so it's like being something with him would be.
I enjoy directors. I would love to work with Tim Burton, obviously, and I think being in a Wes Anderson movie would be amazingly fun and delightful. And actors, I mean, I've always been a huge Johnny Depp fan. If I were in a Tim Burton movie, I assume he'd be in it. And Gary Oldman, they're kind of similar to me. I just love him. Oh my God, I love him so much. And female-wise, basically, I mean, probably Kristen Wiig's on the top of my list. I love being like a hilarious movie with her. Just be awesome. And Darren Criss, just because I love him. Thanks, Yulene.
Let's sing together.
Awesome. Oh gosh, you could sing together. That would be so sweet. All right. Well, we are about to bring on Amelia, but before we do that, just kind of curious, another getting to know you question. Any favorite fun hobbies that you guys have? Anything that you do on the side?
Mhm.
I have, so, let's see, I guess like my day job has kind of become a hobby. So I do like personal training stuff now, which I really enjoy. And then I'm also kind of in, as far as nerddom goes, there's this game, it's called HeroClix. It's with little miniature like, figurines about this big on dials, and it's like, I kind of describe it as like chess with superheroes and about 1 million more variables. So it's me and a bunch of other nerds in like these sweaty little comic book shops that are just, you know, rolling it out. And I play competitively in like big tournaments and that.
Wait, hold on. You play competitively in chess tournaments?
No. I used to do chess tournaments back in the day, like in like elementary and middle school. But no, this is its own game. It's like made by Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, it's like it's really nerdy. Like it's at like that Magic level of nerddom. If not more, because it's not as popular as Magic. But yeah, no, I'm a little too obsessed with that for my own good. So that, and then sports. I'm a huge sports fan. So I love watching. I love playing. I'm terrible at playing just about everything, but I still enjoy the hell out of it. And yeah, so I'm like constantly just refreshing ESPN. That's what I spend most of my time doing, just in case I miss something.
So have you been really into stuff?
Not as much, just because it's soccer, and I'm American.
I love soccer.
I'm starting to get into it. Like you know, I've devoted time tomorrow to go to a bar with some friends and like watch the U.S. play Portugal. I'm really excited for that. But like my first love was baseball, and then you know off of that, you know, because you listen to enough radio and you know and enough stuff like that you kind of get into the other major American sports. But yeah, but soccer, like especially because the nearest team to me was like the San Jose Earthquakes, and they were never very close. And like I just didn't really ever have an in with soccer as a sport. I got into baseball because my grandma was really into it, and it was like how we started spending time together. And then, you know, I'd have hometown teams. And like, you know, when I went to school, I initially went to UCLA before I transferred to Carnegie Mellon. So like, you know, I was really into the sports culture there. And yeah, and just nowhere where I've gone has like soccer been a big thing. So I just haven't gotten into it the same way.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
what do
so
I
your
like?
hobbies, yeah.
I mean, honestly, the majority of my hobbies are reading and writing, like a huge dork. I also like stage combat. That's as sporty as I get. Well, I did Latin ballroom. I do Latin ballroom. So Latin ballroom and sword fighting is as sporty as I get. And I'm also really into fashion. I do a lot of fashion. I own probably like in the hundreds of dresses. It's really unhealthy, and I like collect them. It's really bad. And for weird stuff, I'm really into the paranormal, and if I had another job other than an actor, I would like a ghost hunter, I feel like. So there you go.
Awesome. Well, before we go over to Amelia, I saw a good follow-up from talking about our favorite actors and directors on Twitter. Zach is asking your favorite Wes Anderson and Tim Burton movies and Hugh Jackman movies. What's your favorite of their work?
Probably like the one that always will forever stand out for me is X2. X-Men United. It was just my favorite movie, like at that point in my life for about 3 years or whatnot. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's never been like his movies aren't like movies that I look at as like the greatest movies ever. It's just he is consistently someone who I enjoy and just someone who I just see and want to emulate more so.
He seems like he's always having fun.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, and he's also just like one of the hardest working dudes out there. I just respect the hell out of that. And just nice and just good. Like he's just somebody who seems like he's moving through it the right way.
My favorite Tim Burton movie, and probably in my top 3 of all time, is Edward Scissorhands. It's got everything I love: Winona Ryder, Johnny Depp, Scissorhands, Danny Elfman music. It's a perfect movie. Oh my god. Anyway.
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome.
Somebody else's favorite. Yay, Lizzie. Woo.
We are going to go to
Yay.
ask her.
Hi. I was wondering what you like most about being an actor and what you like least about being an actor.
That's a good question.
For me, it's the creating. I love creating in like any capacity. So, just kind of generating something and like living through it is just the best. It's why, at least personally, I do it. Because you just get to build something up and then just like the process of watching of just letting it go and just watching it take on a life of its own is really fun. So that's cool. The part that I like least is probably not doing it.
It's a good answer.
You get out to LA and you go from being in school and constantly doing this, and then you get out here and it's just kind of chirp, 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 very quiet. And you have to generate you and I came down here with representation and whatnot, but even then you still have to do these constant auditions, and it's hard to ever work on a cohesive project, especially because the film industry is very much just okay, but shoot this bit here and this bit here and this bit here. And I'm used to just doing plays where it's I get to experience the entire arc and just just give it all for 2 hours. So that's probably the inconsistency and the not being able to do this at least.
That's very good. I think I have 2 favorites. I think one's really vapid, and then one is the actual good reason. I feel and I feel a lot of people give it. It's just the ability to you're yourself, but when you act, you're able to go into all these different people that you otherwise wouldn't be able to experience in life, and have them be a part of you, which is really cool, and have fun with it, and just also just bringing things to life that didn't exist before, or creating a character who is now dead, or just bringing words to life. Now you are the words, and it's just really cool. All of that just encompassed, and it's just so much fun. And then what I remember really liking from Kissing in the Rain, this is the vapid part, is just getting your makeup done is awesome. It's really fun. You're just I never get to look cool like this. I never get to look like an old lady or a Regency princess or something, and it's just.
I love feeling a costume, lady in the costume, coats.
And least favorite also, there's nothing really bad about being on set except unless you're sick, because then it's not fun, I imagine.
Yeah.
But the competitiveness in LA probably is not what I like. It's negative, and you want to be happy in order to access all the stuff you need to act.
Thank you.
I love your glasses too. They're so cool.
Thank you.
Okay, we had a follow-up question. I don't know if it came from Twitter or YouTube. A little ways. How would you sort Audrey and Henry into Hogwarts houses?
That's a really good. That's like good prep work.
That really is. Yeah, it tells you so much.
Honestly, aside from the fact that Audrey is terribly successful and awesome, it's like her personality is pretty much based on me. So I'm gonna have to just put her in Ravenclaw again. And even from all the like fan canon, I got the sense that everyone wrote her in a way that I felt like was very like intelligent and like thought too much and like was super in her head, and I think that can be very Ravenclaw.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely been Ravenclaw, but I don't know, for Henry, like, it's tough for me. I could see him in Hufflepuff, see him in Gryffindor, see him. I don't know. I'd be curious to see where the Sorting Hat would put him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you.
Yeah, I don't get a clear read on him either.
Nah. If anyone would like to shed light on the situation and argue their point, I'd be happy to hear it. Yeah, I could see him. I mean, that one I'd put up to the hat. I could see him lining up either place, you know.
The only thing is like that would push me Hufflepuff is like a Gryffindor would just ask her out, right? Like immediately.
Ron Weasley.
True. But he was just stubborn, right? I don't know. These are great thoughts.
Yeah. And I think I would be the most direct either, you know.
Yeah.
So, it'd be part of that.
Solid.
Yeah, if anything, it feels like Hufflepuff would be a little bit more direct. I don't know. Cedric Diggory seems like he could be attractive. We could talk about this for a while.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. We'll just book another. Another follow-up we have is for you, Cyrus. Favorite X-Men character?
Who's writing?
Unspecified.
What's that?
Who's writing?
Yeah, like who's like which incarnation of X-Men is this?
It's not up to you.
I mean, I like traditionally have been. I mean, he's on again, off again with the X-Men. I mean, he's mostly known as a villain, but in some of the more recent stuff, he's been part of the X-Men. Magneto to me has always been one of my favorites. Although I have to say, I love how Joss Whedon wrote Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
And just how, and it was the same gag that kept getting me, but his obsession with beer. Like, as one who brews, their own, and I love beer. Just like there's just some moments in that in his astonishing X-Men run that just made me laugh out loud. So yes, that one was one of my favorites because I was growing up I was always more in Wolverine's camp than I was Cyclops's, but yeah, I don't know. I really liked just the humor that Joss Whedon brought to that.
Gambit, by the way.
Gambit was always, I liked him. Although revisiting it, I don't know. Any guy that's like a little too like too much of a womanizer just never intrinsically sits well with me because I was raised by two feminists. So I'm just like,
That's good stuff.
Yeah. And I myself, I consider myself a feminist too. So like for that reason, anything that veers on the idea of being like more of like a stupid white male in that regard, always kind of turns me off a little bit. So that's my
awesome
answer.
Awesome. Well, I think we're probably going to get close to kind of wrapping things up here. I'm so glad that you guys joined us. Kind of a couple final questions. Number one, are there any upcoming projects that you're working on or anything that you want to share with us?
Yeah, I'm got a couple things that I'm creating right now. One of them's already been created. It's just about getting it mounted up out here. It's called Spare Mom, and it's the one-man show that I do on my parentage because I've kind of dabbled on it before. And if any of you are confused, I have 2 moms. They've been together for about 30 years, and or a little over 30 years now. And they are just 2 of the greatest humans ever, and they had to go through a lot of shit. When I was, kind of in the early 90s when I was growing up, just because of their sexual orientation. And so this kind of talks about that, my perspective, their perspective, and it was something that I did at school, and it's the most successful thing I've ever done in my life. And it's something that it went over so well that I've been kind of scared of remounting. And but after kind of seeing the news and just watching, kind of all this hatred out there. Mm-hmm. It's a project that's very important to me. It's something that, I think that I have to do because I have to get my voice out there. Mm-hmm. Nothing specific set. But, my manager and I were going over the script yesterday, and we're starting to look at venues and stuff, so hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. So that's kind of the big project, and there's also like little YouTube thing that some friends of mine and I are doing, but we're still in the very initial stages of that, so I don't want to plug it just yet, just in case it falls through. But yeah, the Spare Mom is probably the thing I'm most excited for.
That sounds really cool. I want to see that.
Yeah, well, keep us updated on that.
Will do.
I am, Elaine, Sean, and I have a couple things in the works for Shipwrecked, which is exciting. I hope we can get something together soon because it's always fun to work with those guys. And Sean and I are actually working on a couple short films because our acting studio that we go to has a short film festival at the end of the summer. So we're working on putting together stuff for that, which I'm really excited about. Otherwise, the usual small things with Hollywood that no one will ever see. But yeah, all very fun stuff.
Awesome. And I know Eulene's got a new movie coming out to her personal channel soon.
I was around for that one.
So yeah, looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
People who are coming to VidCon will be able to see. I know at least you, Sinead, maybe Sairus.
Today was the first I heard of it, so if I'm invited, I'll try to make it. Yeah, I didn't even know that the event itself existed, let alone really we were going to be there.
Yeah.
So I'm super out of the loop again. I need to tweet to one.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, we're going to do that. It's going to be cool.
Yeah. So people who are going to be at VidCon, go to Shipwreck's Twitter or Facebook, and there's some condition there.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. It's been wonderful having you, getting to know you guys better.
It's been great talking with you all.
Being asked questions I don't normally get asked, which is always fun.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yay.
And thanks everyone. Thanks for making it work. And we'll see you guys in something else.
Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks for having us. This was so fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. I will let you know whenever we have a new Q&A. Keep an eye on it.
Be magical. Have a great weekend, y'all.